What's going on, y'all? Another episode of Real Conversations Podcast. I want y'all to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We got a real special guest today. He go by the name JL the Genius. We're gonna talk about a lot of things from his upbringing to his funnel Finessers program or company, and we're gonna talk about his elite commerce company, which he is the founder and CEO of. And we also gonna teach the audience how to make their own funnel. And he got a lot of things to talk about. He's an author of Profit Funnels. So he pretty much the funnel king right now. We're gonna introduce him, welcome, give him a warm welcome. JL the Genius. I want y'all to give him a warm welcome. Let's go. What's going on, my man?
What's going on, King? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. What's going on? Appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me on the show, man. I always love to get game, love to get valuable information, man. Some information that I wish I would have had starting out. It absolutely changed somebody's life. So appreciate you, brother.
For sure, for sure. So, we're gonna just start it off. Talk about your upbringing, where you from, and things of that nature.
Okay, yeah. So I'm originally from Indiana. So I was born in a small city. I was born in Fort Wayne, but I grew up in a city near Notre Dame called Elkhart, Indiana. So that's where I really grew up. Indiana is real like racist, right? It's a lot of prejudice stuff going on in Indiana, man. So I had to deal with a lot of that growing up. And then recently I just moved to Florida, probably almost 2 years now. So been down in Florida, loving this life, man, loving this weather. And it's just been a blessing, brother.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you, man. Okay, so that's what's up. So coming from Indiana, I'm from Indiana as well. I'm from Gary.
Oh, you
So
from okay. I know people in Gary. I know some people. What's his name? Skodala. You know Skodala?
Skull Dollar, no, I don't know. He a rapper or something.
He used to rap, but he be doing podcasts, radio shows, and all of that.
Okay, now I don't know Skull Dollar. I'm gonna have to get into him. But yeah, like you were saying, Indiana is very racist. So I was just gonna say I feel you on that. It's not as sweet as people think. But how did you come from Indiana to Tampa? Because in your biography, you say you from Tampa.
Yeah, so I ended up moving here like October of 2021. So yeah, October of 2021, I ended up moving out here, and I switched that in my bio because it's when you got your bio where you from, it'll show you a lot of people from that area. I
Okay.
switched it to Tampa so I could see more people from Tampa, so I could connect and just tap into Tampa a little more. But yeah, man, I had family down here already. I had family already in Clearwater, and like I know Indiana it's a trap. It's a trap in Indiana, so it's harder to get out and have different opportunities, because there's so many distractions and so many things going on. People be sleep on Indiana like it's sweet out there, but it's definitely ain't sweet.
Yeah,
Especially in Gary. You in Gary, so yeah,
yeah.
it goes down in Gary too. So
Facts. But we ain't we just gonna make a disclaimer. We not disrespecting the home state. It's all love. We just telling y'all how it is.
yeah, we not disrespect. I love Indiana, but if anybody there, I tell them, hey, get out and go somewhere else. Go see another experience. Because where I grew up, I'm from the hood, bro. So a lot of kids they never seen outside of the hood. They
Yeah,
never seen outside of their environment.
right.
Right? They know north side, know the south side. And so they haven't seen outside of that to really have more dreams and be able to think about themselves being in different spaces and having different opportunities. So
Right.
that's why I really got into the space I got into, because it's like I want to be able to motivate the young kids coming up, and I really want them to see that life is bigger than just Indiana. It's bigger than just the United States. And it's so much money out here, so many opportunities, bro, that we just have to take advantage of it. Like I feel like coming from Indiana, like at least for where I grew up, the only way we knew how to make money or how to get out of our environment was to they say go to school, get a good job. They tell you, try to go to the league, try to be a rapper or an entertainer or selling drugs. Right? I'm gonna just keep it real. That's the only way we knew how to get out. And so they put us in this box and they stereotyped us and said, look, this is all you ever be good at. You'll only ever be good at being an entertainer. You'll only ever be good at, the stuff that we want you guys to be good at. But everything we touch, we dominate. We just got to get into these other spaces, like you in the podcast space.
Right.
If you keep going with this, bro, it's gonna open up doors for you that would have never had the opportunity to open up had you not started.
Yeah, for sure. But at the same time, it take courage too. It take bravery. It take not listening to your peers sometimes and just going on taking that risk.
Yeah. You gotta have courage, bro. You gotta have that will. Because if you listen to everybody around you, because you hang around 4 broke people, you're gonna be the 5th. Hang around 4 millionaires, you're gonna be the 5th. Facts. So the people around you in your environment, they only know that. That's Facts. All they know. They only know, hey, no, bro, don't do that. Don't do no podcast. It's not gonna work.
Right.
Nah, man, it's too many people getting in podcasts, and they don't even know the numbers. They going off of opinion, and what they be going off of is really people want to see you do good. They just don't want to see you do better than them.
Facts. You ain't never lied, bro.
So Go ahead, bro.
But like you were saying, creating opportunities and new forms of income. How did you get introduced to the whole funnel game?
So when I was like 19, bro, I created my first invention. I was working at a pizza shop, and then I was going to college. I was playing football in school, and so after I left, after my freshman year, I ended up moving from Ohio. I was playing ball in Ohio. I moved from there back to Indiana, and I started getting into like real estate and wholesaling and stuff. And I met this guy, and the guy said, "Man, it don't matter if you got a good idea. You can have the most brilliant idea." He said, "If you don't know how to market, you are never going to. You're gonna always lose to somebody who got a worse product than you."
Right.
And when he said that, I'm like, man, I got to get into marketing, because it no matter what industry you in, what business you got, every business needs marketing. And that's when I really start diving in. He introduced me to Russell Brunson, which is a guy, he went from 0 to 100 million in 3 years using funnels, right? And so he got a book called .com Secrets. I started reading that, started diving into that. Fell in love with the concept of funnels. And if for you guys listening, you might not even know what a funnel is. So let me kind of take a step back and explain what that is in the terms that I'm talking about. So in reality, you see funnels all the time, but you don't pay attention to it, right? So like think about when you go to the grocery store and when you about to check out, they got other items. They got a whole bunch of candy and gum and magazines and all that by the checkout. Right? It's the same like when you go into McDonald's, somebody hungry, they want a burger. Like, man, let me go to McDonald's and get this burger. They're gonna ask you, hey, sir, do you want fries and a drink with that? Right? So that's a funnel itself. That's upselling you. So we always in funnels, but we really don't know what it is. When you go to the airport and it asks you to get your boarding pass, it's gonna ask you, hey, do you want to upgrade this seat? Hey, do you want to get this? Hey, do you want to get an extra bag? Right? So it's always in the cycle. Okay, you got the young queen with you.
Yeah,
that's what's up,
man.
That's what's up. Yeah. So basically, if you think about a funnel, it's similar to a website. I got mine on the way too, bro. January.
I seen that. Congratulations.
Thank you. Is that your first one?
Yeah.
That's what's up, bro. Congrats, bro.
That's
For
what's
real.
up.
That's a blessing.
For
Man, I
sure.
love seeing present fathers. You know what I
For
mean? My
sure.
daddy wasn't around, so anytime I see a black man around his kids, bro, I gotta tip my hat off to you. For real. 'Cause that's
Appreciate it, man.
she gonna need you in her life, for real, bro.
So,
But
all right,
yeah,
now.
but back to the funnels though. So think about, so if you guys don't know what a funnel is, you probably know what a website is, right? And so a website is, you know, they come to your site, they got all these different links, all these different tabs that you can click, and it's confusing, right? The number one rule of marketing is that a confused mind always says no. So if you got all these options for people, people don't know what to do. They get overwhelmed. Whereas if you take your website and you break it up into pieces, into sections like a funnel, on a funnel, you can only do one thing per page.
Mm-hmm.
So the first page, you might come in and you get their name, phone number, email. Second page, you might sell somebody something, right? And then the third page, then you might upsell them or downsell them. And so the best way I can explain a funnel, I remember when I was in college. Think of a funnel like as a house, right? When I was in college, me and my couple of my homies, we all went in on this like 4-bedroom house, 3,300 square feet. It was like on an acre of land. This is up in Indiana, in Indianapolis. And
Okay.
so we all went in on this house, and think you guys got to think of the funnel as the house, right? When we got into the house, we didn't have no furniture in there. It was no furniture in the house, so we had to put some furniture in the house, right? So the furniture in the house is equivalent to what they call copywriting. That's or copy for short. That's the words that go on the funnel page. That's the words that get people to feel emotionally compelled to take an action, right? They might subscribe or they might buy. The copy is the words that get people to feel like that. So that's equivalent to the furniture, right? So we had to put furniture in the crib. Once we did that, we're like, okay, now let's do something. Let's have a housewarming party. We was all geeked up. We was excited. We got in this crib, like, let's have a housewarming. And so we had to create what you call an offer. And so what our offer was, we said, okay, we got good food, good music, good drinks. That was our offer. That was our package, right?
Yeah.
So within a funnel, you're gonna see the funnel is the house, the copywriting is the words that go on the page, and the offer is what you're selling. That's the offer.
Okay.
And to top it all off, to make it successful, like if you really want to have the most success in business, you can have the funnel, you can have the best funnel, you can have the best copy, you can have the best offer, but if you don't have the traffic, nothing is going to happen for you. And what we did in that scenario, we all texted everybody we knew. We said, "Hey, we having a housewarming party. Come tap in with us. You know, we having a housewarming. Come check us out." So all of our friends came to the housewarming, and that's how we had a success. That's how it blew up. So those are the four components of a funnel, guys. Think of the funnel as the house. Think of the copywriting as the words on the page, the furniture. Think of the good food, good music, good drinks. That's your offer. And then you need the people. You need traffic, right? Once you got all those four components and you put it all together, not just anybody, you need the right people. Once you got the right people to see what you have, you can blow up. See, the thing about you guys, if you're starting a business right now or you getting into business, you might be great at something. You might be the best in the world at it, but don't nobody know about it. Only people that know is you, your mama, your cousin, and maybe your auntie or something. So you're not gonna make no money being in that shell. You're not gonna make an impact being in that shell, being scared to get your message out. That's why I tell people you gotta get your message out into the world because you don't know who life you can change when you do that. You could not only change your life, your family's life, the financial situation, but other people out in the world who might need you. They might need your voice. They might need what you have, and they just don't know you exist.
Right.
It could be a kid right now who thinking about killing themselves.
Right.
If they heard your voice, maybe that would change something. Maybe that would spark something. Maybe that would inspire them to do something. And so I tell people all the time, like, don't be no Patrick Star. You a star, but you don't want to be Patrick Star. He was
Right.
living under a rock. Nobody would know he exists.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys got to get your message out there, man, and really just don't be afraid of what other people think. Don't be afraid of what your parents think, with your siblings, your spouse. You're gonna have a lot of doubters. When I first got started in this, man, I was telling my family, man, I'm about to do this and do that. So my cousin and my man, I'm gonna buy you a Benz. He's like, nigga, he's like, how you gonna buy me a Benz? You ain't even got one.
Right.
It's my cousin talking to me now.
Right.
And this was before I even got started and stayed consistent. So then he started seeing some traction. I started making a few moves. Now he like, cuz I see you out here doing your thing. But it's the same person that was just saying, man, how you gonna do that and you ain't even got it?
Right.
So in order to really have something, if y'all taking notes, write this down. If you ain't take notes all day, write this down. You gotta be there before you get there. You gotta be there before you get there. What does that mean? You have to be there mentally before you can get there physically. You already a millionaire. Time just got to catch up.
That's facts. That's facts.
You know what I mean? Time just ain't caught up yet. So you really gotta believe it, and by you doing what you doing, whatever you doing, if you can stay consistent long enough, you're gonna get good enough, and then you're gonna get to a point where you're so good that they can't ignore you. So yeah, that's what I got to say about that, bro. I don't know if I went on a little rant. I don't know if that answered your question.
Nah, it's all good, man. I appreciate all the knowledge and wisdom you sharing with the audience. I just want to break down like automation and virtual events, because people a lot of times they feel like virtual events are not the same, doesn't have the same impact as physical. So can you like break that down and give people the benefits of like virtual events and automation and things of that nature?
Yeah, so I guess I'll start off with the virtual events first. So with virtual events, that's basically anything online. We online talking to y'all right now. This is a virtual event. This is a podcast. It's virtual. I'm not in the studio with bro. He not right next to me. Y'all watching from the comfort of your home. Right? Think about COVID. When COVID hit, you couldn't go nowhere. Everybody was in the house. Everybody really had to adjust and adapt to what was going on. So when it comes to virtual events, you can touch more people, right? You can be seen by more people, and that's a big benefit of that, because I can be seen. Like I just went to a guy training today. He had 200,000 people on his live event. 200,000. It's no way that he would be able to do that in a live setting and still have the same effect, right? If he did it at a football stadium or something like that, he wouldn't have the same effect. Why? Because the audio might be distorted for this corner, so people might not be able to hear him in this corner. People might not be able to see him. They don't get a good angle, right? So it's like when he did the virtual event, everybody saw the same thing at the same time. And that's what made it so special. That's why virtual events are crucial, because now you can go serve people, you can go help people and talk to people without even being there. You can be in the comfort of your home, still making massive amounts of money and selling, instead of one-on-one, selling one to many, right? That's another benefit about virtual events. When it comes to physical events are still good. They're still great. But that should be maybe once a year, right? So when you get into this space of speaking and teaching, do your virtual events throughout the year, and then do one speaking engagement, like one like live event, because Your virtual events are going to build up your buzz. That's all social media is. Social media is virtual. The VR headsets, that's virtual. The video game, that's virtual. Right? So everything we already living in a virtual world. It's just that, are you utilizing it? Are you maximizing it? Are you monetizing from it? Are you making money from it? Because if you're not, that means you're a consumer. But if you want to make money from it, you have to be a producer. So stop consuming so much. Stop worrying about what little baby Kanye, Jamie Foxx doing. Start worrying about what you got to do to get in the game and stop being on the sideline. Wow. That's when I really start taking this serious. I'm like, bro, I got to get in the game. The day I sat courtside. One of my buddies took me to an NBA game, in the Pacers game. I was courtside, bro. I was second. It was only one person in front of me. That's how close I was, under the hoop, literally sitting next to the cameraman and to the people that roll up the rope of the camera. Yeah. I was sitting right there. Once I got a taste of that, I'm like, oh man, it's different. Everything different down there. It ain't the same game. It ain't the same view. So I'm like, man, I got to be able to do this all the time. Forget just being on forget just watching on TV or being in the nosebleeds. Like I need to be courtside on the floor. Since I'm not in the game, I need to be on the floor as close as possible. You know what I mean? And that changed my perspective. So that's when it comes to virtual events, man. It gives you an opportunity to impact more people faster than a physical event, right? So that's one thing. And then as far as automations is life changing. I just had a client, bro. He told me, man, like, you changed the game for me. He was like, he was already a multimillionaire, but he was DMing people physically to sell his product. He said, man, I used to take me 4 to 5 hours a day just to DM people to send them my product. He said, once I start working with you and that start happening automatically, he like, man, that's the easiest money I done. Like, it's the easiest money I done made. Yeah. Doing the same thing. So what automation is, like, you ever seen somebody say text this to this number? Mm-hmm. Like, so if you guys text VIP to 727-325-6110, you're going to get a message from me. It's going to be automated. I'm not sending the text personally. That's just how I got it set up. Right? So that's automation. When you guys opt into any of my funnels, you're going to get emails. I'm not sending you emails personally. I don't have time for that. It's automation. So automation save you time. Automation help you duplicate yourself. Automation help you accelerate your process. See, if we in a race, let's say we racing, bro. We on a track, and I got a bike and you on feet. Right. Who gonna win that race?
You gonna win.
I'm gonna win, right? Okay, that ain't fair though. I'm gonna give you the bike, and now I'm gonna hop in the car.
You still gonna win.
I'm still right. Okay. You get in the car. Now I'm gonna hop in the plane. We gotta go 50 miles.
You still gonna win.
So it's like, you're like, okay, bro, let me get in the plane with you. I'm gonna let you get in the plane, but now we on a private jet.
Right.
So the thing is, the people who make 100 or 1,000 times more money than you, they're not 100 or 1,000 times smarter than you. They just have a vehicle that can get them there 100 or 1,000 times faster. Is that making sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So the vehicle is getting them there faster. So instead of you DMing everybody, hey, this is the link to my book. This is the link to my podcast. If it's automated, that's going out for you, for every person that comes in. Now you don't have to waste your time on MWAs. What's the MWA? Minimum wage activity. And you can focus on HIA, high income activity. So now you don't got to do the little stuff, the minimum wage activities, and now you focusing on the big picture stuff. Like, what's really going to change somebody's life? That's the power of automation. That's what that can do for you. It can free up your time, free up your headspace, and really allow you to work on your business and not so much in your business.
Okay. I appreciate all that game and wisdom you just gave us. So, to somebody like me or somebody that's new, amateur at funnels, how would they go? Not even funnels, just how would somebody how would somebody start the automation for their business or their product? How can you what are some platforms to guide them through the way?
Okay, yeah. So that's a great question. So right now, put this up. My bad. Computer is about to die. So right now, if you go to, I actually got my own platform. It's funnelfinessers.com /SaaS. So funnelfinessers.com /SaaS. And I just put it in the chat too. But yeah, if you go to that site, I'm actually doing a 30-day trial, right? For my thing. You get a free 30-day trial. It will, whatever thing you sign up with, it will charge your card at first just to make sure it's a real card, but it's going to give you that money back. And then after 30 days, it'll do an actual charge, right? So my platform is like an all-in-one platform, right? It allows you to do the automation. It allows you to do the funnels and do all of that stuff. And if you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel, JL the Genius on YouTube, I'm actually about to start releasing videos every week on how you can do this stuff. So if you don't like I ain't got the funds to pay for your program right now, I'm gonna give you guys stuff for free. I had a lady tell me, man, she told me my free stuff, she's been in all the masterminds, all the mentorships. She said my free stuff was better than a lot of the paid stuff she did.
Yeah.
So that's my goal. I want to give you guys the game, give you the information. And my platform is the best platform you can use because it's automated or is I can transfer all my automations to your business. Everything I got set up for me, for my clients, I can get it to you. Everything is already set up. So if you want somebody, hey, text this to register for a podcast interview, or hey, sign up for this. I'm gonna give you this for free, and all you gotta do is give me your name, phone number, email. Boom,
Yeah.
and I can have a automation email sequence go out. Boom, they could get a text message from you. See, now you in a space where you really running business and you really can follow up. See, the pennies are in the presentation, but the fortune is in the follow up. You got to be able to follow up with people. You got to be able to hit them up 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times after your initial conversation.
Right.
Because that's where the money gonna be at. The initial conversation, they don't know you. They just now meeting you.
Right.
By that 7th, 8th time, they see Smooth been consistent. Smooth been on it.
Right.
Smooth been putting out great content. Let me tap in. Let me see what the brother got going on.
Yeah. They ain't got no choice by then, like you said.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because starting out, like you want your family and your friends to support you, but you're gonna get more support from strangers.
Facts. I understand that completely.
You know what I mean? You're gonna get more support from people who never met you, people who clear across the globe, but that's because you starting to attract like-minded thinkers. You starting to elevate your mental. And one thing I can tell people is that if you read a book, I don't care if it take you a year, a month, I don't care how long it take you. By reading or listening to audiobooks, Audible is free. Well, it's like 17 a month, but your first book is free. Right? So that's AUDIBLE, Audible. And that's an app where you can listen to books. Start listening to stuff, listening to people who got wealth, listen to how they created money, listen to how they talk about money. See, when I was growing up, we didn't talk about money much. All I heard out of my parents' mouth or my mom's mouth was bills. See, poor people think you get money to pay bills. That's not what money for. Middle class people think you get money to have good credit to maintain a lifestyle that you really can't afford. That's what middle class people think. Yeah, let me use my credit and I'll just pay off my credit cards with my money. Rich people and wealthy people understand that money is just a tool to make more money. You got to use it as a tool, as a resource, because it can go make you more money. But what they say, scared money don't make no money.
Yeah.
That's a real fact. If you scared to invest in yourself, if you scared like, oh, I don't want to put this $100 here, but you would go grab a quarter of a weed for $100. You go grab some liquor for $100 and won't think nothing of it.
Right.
But when somebody say, man, invest this 100 into yourself, into some education, people get scared of that. They run away from that. And then they wonder why they're in the same situation a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now. So you gotta, man, if you don't get nothing out of this podcast, start reading and educating yourself. That's gonna free your mind. It's gonna give you so many ideas until you get tired. You gotta get fed up with your life.
Yeah.
You gotta get to a point where I'm tired of the same stuff. I'm tired of waking up, going to work for this person and still being short on my rent, still being behind on the bill. I'm tired of that. Like when you get real tired, like it was a dog that was this dude had a guest come over to his crib and he lived in these cabins. And he had a dog outside that was just whining. The dog was just Dude was like, this guest was like, man, what's wrong with that dog? He's like, man, he's just sitting on the nail. He's sitting on the nail, man. Is he all right? Like, is he going? Why he don't get up? He's like, because it don't hurt bad enough. So most people be in situations where they sitting on the nail, but they ain't hurting bad enough. It ain't serious enough yet for them.
Right.
So they're not going to take action. They're not going to do nothing that's going to change their life. And I say the information is available. We got the internet. It's so much easier now to make money and to become financially free because we got the resources. Like, think about our ancestors, bro. They couldn't even read at one point in time. Could you imagine that?
No, I can't imagine.
You getting in trouble for read, like you can't even read.
Right.
Like, that just blow my mind. To now, not only are we able to read, we're able to get on this internet. We're able to get online, and if we don't know something, we could look it up, and it come up instantly. So for people not to use that to their benefit, it's on them, man. It ain't. That's our 40 acres and a mule right there. The internet. That's all we need.
Yeah. I feel you. So let me ask you a question, since I got your time and you're a man of much knowledge and understanding. How can I, because I got an audio book already done. I'm trying to create it to an audio book, ebook, but reaching out to you makes me want to do a course on the book as well. Mm-hmm. So how can I make that happen?
So it's an app called Otter. You know about Otter?
Nah, I don't know about Otter.
It's free. It's OTTER.
OTTER. Okay, cool.
Yep. So I know you said you already got an audio book, but what Otter does is it allows you to transcribe your words.
Okay. I think I might have heard of that.
So as you speaking, it's recording your voice and it's writing out what you say. Okay. So once you come up with the subtopics of your book, boom, let's say you got 4 or 5 different subtopics, right? 4 or 5 different things you want to hit on. Then you go in and you start speaking on each topic until you finish with every topic. And then that's how your audio book done and your ebook at the same time. Right? Okay. So when you want to make that a course, well, when you want to make the ebook official, all you got to do is go to Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com. Have somebody format it for you. They can do it for like $20. And then have somebody create your book cover. They can do it for like $10-$20.
No, I got the book cover. I created it.
Oh, okay. Or that too. You know what I mean? But and then like even if you know how to format it, right? So Once you got that done, whatever your topics is that you got in your book, all that's what you shoot your course around, right? So if you got a topic on like how to start a podcast, that would be like think of your first module and then start breaking it down more, like more simpler, right? And then you just record yourself teaching your book to the people.
Right.
And now by the time you get done recording, and they don't have to be long recordings, don't make them long. Make them about 10 minutes or less each module. Because people they log in, they see, oh, this is an hour. They're gonna tune you out because it's gonna be an hour. But when they tune in and like, oh, this only 10 minutes, I could watch this is 10 minutes.
Right.
They can finish that module in 10 minutes. And so now your book is already your outline. If you already got a book, you already got the outline. Now you just got to record yourself doing it on video.
Okay.
Once you record yourself on video, now you have a complete course. And like I was telling you about my platform, you can get unlimited courses on there. You can put unlimited courses. There's no limit to how many courses you can put, how many funnels you can get. None of that stuff. It's no limit to it. So yeah, guys, that'd be the best way for you, bro, to get Otter for like your next books. So like even if you walking or just start talking in the Otter, it's gonna be transcribing everything you saying, writing it out.
Yeah.
And then boom, you done with another book. That's your second book already. Boom. And then how you will funnel that, I'm about to tell you how you'll put that in the funnel. So this is what you would do. Get a book away for like the ebook, make it free or make it cheap. So like let's say you make it $7, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's something called an order bump, which is like an upsell, which is basically once they put their card information in, after they put their card information in, it's a little. What you would do is sell it for like $7, your ebook, and then for that little box, it would be like something that's $37. So it would be your audio version. Like, hey, you getting the ebook for $7? Why not get the audio? I know you busy. Why not get the audio to take with you everywhere for $37? Because even if it's the same information, bro logged out.
Got you. Go ahead. I was giving you the floor.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. All right. So even if it's the same information on the audio book and the ebook, people pay for different levels of learning. People learn differently. Some people learn better by reading. Some people learn better by audio. Some people learn better by visual. And that's where the course come in. The best way you're going to learn, obviously, is by doing it. But people, they get information in different ways. So they'll pay for information packaged in a different way. So you sell them the ebook for $7. Then you hit them with a little order bump right before they're about to check out. Hey, get the audio version for $37 or $27 or $17. Right? From $17 to $47 should be that price range. So now they just spent $7 with you. Now they about to spend a whole another $37. And then boom, then you hit them with your first upsell. Hey, congratulations on buying this book. Look, this is going to change your life, but I want to let you guys in on a little secret. I'm actually creating something where you can be around like-minded entrepreneurs, and I'll be teaching what you're learning in the book in live modules. This is my new course that I'm coming out with, and I'm giving you the opportunity to be one of the first to buy it at $297 or at $97. If you do the $297, some people gonna be like, yeah, let me get it. Some people gonna be like, no, I don't want that. So then this is what you do. Say the people that say no and I'm walking you guys through a funnel of verbally. For the people that say no, you say, okay, you have another page come up, right? So you say, okay, cool. You don't want to get the ebook, but how about we do you said you don't want to get the course. How about I give you guys a discount? How about I let you get the course right now for 50% off? So instead of paying $297, you only paying 198 or something like that, whatever. 196, whatever the half is. Or no, it'd be 148.50. So instead of you paying 297, now you can pay 148.50. How would you guys like that if you got it 50% off? Now they either gonna say yes or they gonna say no. At that point, then you take them to the thank you page, your confirmation. Once they hit your confirmation page, that's when you bring up your thank you, your receipt, and then you bring up your other products. I just put your own game on how to make money 4 or 5 different times from the same information. From the same information, guys. If you record your course first, and I always say sell it before you make it, but that's a different conversation. But just for the people who are eager to get in, if you record the course first, like and do the whole thing out, it's something called rev.com. They will take your course and they will transcribe it and do everything that I was saying about Otter. They will do all of that. They will take your video, turn it into audio, and turn it into a written. And so now off that course, that one time, you now have everything we just talked about in the funnel. And so you're selling something for $7. Then you hit them with the order bump for $37. Then you hit them with the course for $297, upsell. If they say no, they don't want the course, boom, then you downsell them on the course for $148.50. If they say yes on either one of those, boom, you could potentially sell them something else, sell them into your membership for $37 a month. They say no to that, boom, now you take them to your thank you page. Now you bring up other things that you're selling that complement what they just bought, or that's going to be the next thing they need after that itch is scratched. Because once they buy something from you, the itch is scratched. It's supposed to be. You're supposed to solve their problem. Right? If y'all out here selling stuff that's not solving people's problems, I wouldn't recommend that. I recommend helping people. And it's going to come back in return. Don't just be looking for the dollar. Money is nothing. Money is going to come to you. Money is forever circulating freely in my life, and there's always a divine surplus. So that's going to come. That's going to flow. It's about who you helping, who you impacting right now. So that's the whole. I just put you guys on the whole plate: ebook, audio, course upsell, course downsell, and then sell on your thank you page. That's 5 ways you can get paid. We're all within the funnel.
That's what's up. That's what's up. But okay, man, we've been on here about an hour. I got a few more questions for you. I appreciate everything, my man. There's some game you could have charged me for. You feel me? I appreciate all this game. So, what made you start the Elite Commerce? How that idea come about?
Yeah, so Elite, it started off with me and my cousin, me and my uncle, and a couple of my friends. We was gonna do it when I was in Indiana. We was gonna do like e-commerce stuff, right? So we just named it Elite Commerce, right? We was gonna do e-commerce. We was gonna drop ship and sell on Alibaba and stuff like that. But when I moved to Florida, I wanted to change my market up. I didn't really want to do drop shipping. I didn't really want to hop into that again, like the low ticket items. I didn't want to do the cheap stuff. I'm like, I need to do something high price. I need to have some prices where if I make a sale, I feel good about it. Like I just made $5,000. I just made $10,000. Like I need something like that. And so I named it Elite Commerce because it's elite. Commerce is buying and selling stuff, but we doing it at the highest level, which is what makes us elite. And so we only want to attract elite prospects, elite clients. So that's how that elite commerce got started.
Okay. How did you get involved with the Black Business Olympics?
Okay, yeah. So with the Black Business Olympics, that's actually by Dr. Kelly. Try to shout out to Dr. Eric Kelly the third. And he just saw me speaking. I don't know if it was on Clubhouse. I can't remember if it was on Clubhouse or what, but he saw me speaking and reached out to me. Like, hey man, I got this event. And what the Black Business Olympics is, it's a 24/7 broadcast of nothing but black business owners for a whole week. So it's a whole week of 24-hour broadcasting of black businesses and people coming on and speaking. So I started getting on his platform and speaking at events and um, going through that process. And one of the events, I guess I did so well that I ended up winning a medal. I ended up winning a gold medal, and it wasn't like a real medal. It was just like it's like a certificate type thing,
Right.
but not everybody got one of those. So it was like a big, and he had a lot of speakers too. He had a bunch of speakers. Mind you, it's a 24-hour broadcast, 7 days a week.
Right.
So if he doing a speaker every hour, that's you do the math on that. So that's how I got into that, man. It's a phenomenal experience.
Okay. So the last topic we're gonna touch on. You got any advice to a young man, young woman who is pursuing anything as far as business wise, product, speaking, audiobook, ebook, designer, artist, but everyone around them doesn't have the same mindset as them? What would you tell them to keep going? And what would you tell someone who's at their lowest? What advice would you give someone at their lowest to keep pushing as well?
Okay. Well, that's a great question, brother. And I got something I created. It's called the best method. This is the best method to leveling up your life. It don't matter if you at your lowest point. It don't matter if you think you at your highest point. If you apply this is a continuum. So it's like you always leveling up. So if you apply this continuum, you can get out of any situation that you need to, and you can level up. So it's called the best method. It's 4 steps. And so the first step being the B, you have to believe in yourself if you want anything to happen. Everything starts with belief. That is the hardest step. It's the hardest part. And to believe something, that's a verb. So what is a verb? A verb is an action word. That means you have to do it. So I can't say I believe in virtual events and I don't do virtual events. I can't say I believe in making money online and I'm not making money online. Right? That's false. And what really got my understanding of what belief really was, I was at a conference, like 5,000 people there. And this guy asked, he had 5 people to come on stage. Who here believes that people like to pay you money? So 4 of the people raised their hand. One lady didn't raise her hand. She had a baby in her hand, but that wasn't the reason why she didn't raise it. She just didn't raise it because she didn't believe that people like to pay her money. So what the guy said, he said, from this point forward, I'm going to need you to believe only good things about yourself so you can have good outcomes. He said, whatever story you tell yourself is true. So he asked him again. He said, who here believes that people like to pay you money? So then they all raised their hand. Then he pulled out $100 bill. He said, who here believes that people like to pay you money? Crickets. Nobody said something. They just raising their hand. They just nodding. Who here believes that people like to pay you money? He just waving his $100 bill in front of their faces. Right? So he's like, who here believes? And before he got to the next word, the lady with the baby snatched the $100 bill out of his hand. And when she snatched the $100 bill, he said, a true believer. See, they was saying that they believe that people like to pay them money. But when the opportunity came and he literally had the money in their face, the only person that took it was the real believer. And so what I got from that is you don't believe what you say, you believe what you do. So you really have to believe in yourself. It's the first step. If you don't believe, how do you expect anybody else to believe in you? How do you expect anything to happen for you? Nothing is going to happen if you don't believe it. And it has to be so deep and so ingrained in you that your mama can't sway you. Your peer, your best friend can't tell you it's bad because you believe it so much to your core that you know it's going to work. It has to work or it has to work, right? So the belief is the first step. Once you believe in yourself, then you transition to the next phase, which is the E. The E is what I like to call the education section, right? Then you have to educate yourself on what it is that you want to do, right? If you want to be a barber, educate yourself on how to cut hair. Educate yourself on what clippers to get. Educate yourself on the different angles to use, right? If you whatever it is, figure out, read the books, figure out who you need to connect with, who you need to partner with, figure out what you need to do and to take the first step. Educate yourself about it. Get deep, get immersed in it. If you want to be an artist, you need to learn how to do different brush strokes, how to use different material, what paint to use. If you want to be like a rapper or a musician artist, you need to learn about BMI. You need to learn about ASCAP. You need to learn about owning your publishing, your copyrights, your math. You need to learn about all that stuff. So you got to educate yourself about whatever it is that you want to do and become a master at it, become an expert. And then once you educate yourself enough, I say you go from mental action, because mental thoughts, which is your action, thoughts are still action, right? But you have to go to physical action. And that's when you get from that E to the S, which is the start phase. So you want to start doing whatever it is that you believed after you educated yourself. Now you're starting and you're staying consistent. The name of the game is consistency. If you're more consistent than everybody else, you're going to win every time. Even if you're not as good, even if you half as good, even if you worse, you're going to outlast people just by being consistent. So when you start doing it and you actually stay consistent and you stay on it, that's what's going to lead you guys to the next phase, which is the T. And the T is the transformation phase. The T is where you level up. You ever seen a Transformers movie? What would be go from that Camaro to the Transformer? That's what's happening to you. And that's what's going to happen once you level up and you follow this continuum. This is the best method. It's 4 steps. Believe, educate, start, transform. The best method to leveling up. No matter where you at in your life, if you at the bottom, you're going to go up to another level. If you at your highest point, you're going to grow up and go to the next level. It's a continuum. It never stops.
For
So
sure.
that's what I tell that person, bro.
For sure, man. Once again, it's been love. It's been real. I love to have you back on the platform. You got so much game on your topics, on your specific things that you do on the funnel game. Like a lot of people not on that game, and you can teach a lot of people. And I appreciate you stopping by and sharing knowledge, dropping gems. Like I said, it's been about an hour, so we just gonna lead out with tell the people where to find you, social medias and things of that nature. Once again, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, I thank you, brother. You've been a phenomenal host, man, and keep on going, bro, because you're gonna get better and better. You're gonna get better and better. Like when I started a podcast, I wasn't good at first, and then I just started getting good. But keep doing your thing, brother, and it's gonna take you far. So I appreciate you for inviting me on. If you guys want to tap in with me, I told you can go to YouTube and go to JL the Genius. That's JLTHEGENIUS. Go to JL the Genius on YouTube. You can follow me on all platforms, mainly on Instagram at JL the Genius, no spaces. Same thing on TikTok, same thing on Twitter at JL the Genius. On Facebook, you can find me at Jaron JARON Walters WALTERS. That's where I'm at on Facebook and LinkedIn. And if you guys want some more game, if you got some value from this, on Thursday I'm doing a free training. Right, so I'm doing a free training Thursday coming up at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the 24th. So it's going to be at 6 p.m. EST, which is 3 p.m. Cali time. And it's going to be a free training on how you can attract high-paying clients, even if you don't have any experience and even if you don't like doing sales calls. So I'm doing a free training. And if you want to go and visit that, just go to funnel, FUNNEL, the number 2, fortune, FORTUNE.com, and go ahead and tap in with us this Thursday to my free course. And if you guys just want to, get a book or something and start learning from my book, you can go to profitfunnelsebook.com, and then that's where you can go ahead and check my book out at. It was a pleasure. Thank you for having me, brother. Salute, and I appreciate everybody who tapped in and who got some valuable information.
Much love, man. Till we tap in again, man. It's been real. Love.
Yes, sir. Love.
All right. There you have it. JL the Genius just stopped by, gave us wisdom, gave us game. If you liking what he talking about, go tap in with him right now. His link is in the comment section right now. This will be on YouTube, Spotify, and everywhere else you can get your audio platforms for podcasts. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all y'all for stopping in. It's been a real special episode. We just learned a lot about the funnel game and how to break things down, how to make an ebook, an audio book, to a course, and to a funnel as well. So once again, it's been love. I appreciate y'all. Stay tuned for much more and more exclusive content. I appreciate y'all. Matter of fact, I'm about to give y'all the link. I'm about to give y'all the link right now to, if you feel like you want to donate to the show, y'all can donate to the show. We got a new platform we just start working with, and it's called Buy Me a Coffee. You can just go to Buy Me a Coffee and search Real Conversation Podcast, and you should see us there. You can donate from 5, 10, 15, whatever you please. Buymeacoffee.com/Real Convos X. Buymeacoffee.com/Real Convos X. You can also purchase some merch from Boss Status Worldwide. Hit me up personally. I'll take care of you. On my Instagram, God willing, Boss Status Worldwide on Instagram, Facebook as well. Tap into the YouTube as well. And with that being said, we appreciate y'all. Like, share, and subscribe to our Facebook, Instagram, official Real Conversations, Real Convos Pod IG, Real Conversations Podcast on Facebook. And tap in. We on Spotify, Apple, and everywhere else. I appreciate y'all for y'all time. Have a great weekend. We gone. Love.